I've been a designer for the past 25 years, and amongst those 25 years, I've learned an awful lot. It's really a show about style, it's a show about diversity, it's a show about what can happen and not what cannot happen. It's a show about what I have to do as a designer and where we have to go and who we have to satisfy. It's also about where I get my ideas from. Over these 25 years, I've learned a lot about people. And one of the things that I found that this is a people-oriented business, and I really enjoy designing for people. The personalities, the psychology of design, and solving problems. As a designer, I really do backdrops for the way people live their life. To me, an interior is a living, breathing organism, and it's something that we all will live our best part of our years with that as our background. And today is about looking at different options. By redoing the tile and making this will be a mild makeover in terms of expense. Okay. This would be very, very Elvis-y if we had your tub floating in your room. I am only kidding.
I am too.
Spend your money where your eye sees it. $14 a square foot is more expensive for material, but you get what you pay for. So there are also some fakes if you wanted to use fakes. We were talking about everyone's faking everything these days. Well, you know, we can start with that. I think in coming up with a design, you just have to start someplace. So
I'm a little overwhelmed by it all because I love it all, but I don't want to live with it all.
But it's got a little bit of green in it, just enough to give it some interest, and I think it would be really attractive. This is very pretty if we have a textured carpet, because it's smooth. If we do something with texture, we want carpet that has a little bit smoother. So that may make a difference in what we actually pick for the carpet.
You could do that. You could use that on that side. As long as you don't have little tiny children picking at it.
At her age in life, she didn't have small children. We're at a client's house, and I am here to improve these bookcases. These are actually fantastic bookcases. They're very interesting objects. They've been just merely placed and put here. One of the things the client wished was to have a little bit more style. I'm going to show you how we go from something that's rather mundane to empty and hopefully really wonderful. I want to be very rich, and I want to have a lot of the tones that are going to be in the furniture and the upholstery and the colors of the house. This is kind of a monochromatic room, and I want to reflect that, especially in this room with the accessories. It doesn't always work. A lot of times the ceramic lamps are hollow, so I do this. Push a lot of the excess cord in. Otherwise we'd have a bundle of spaghetti back there. See, I think this is a good example of framing it for the item, not the location. So I think what we got to do is something that looks nice in your house. This isn't quite right. This is a little bit glitzy. I think the black is definitely very nice. I do like this. It's going to be very clean and very simple. We're not going to do anything that we'll probably be pretty economical on it, and what we will do is frame them out a little bit. We're at Lake Lanier, and we're at a house that I did for some clients, and some of my inspiration came from the woods right here. This is what I'm talking about. The coloration from that rock was the inspiration for the aqua and the green and these grays and the textures of this sofa. Normally you see slate just on the floors of bathrooms or entry halls. In this case I decided to run it up on the walls and all over. It's a permanent solution, and you don't have to wallpaper or paint. This is something I think is a timeless quality. It's a natural stone and reflects the natural feeling of the rest of the place. And all these pieces of art mean a lot to the client, and I felt like combining these elements together were very, very possible. It's not something I normally do, and it's not something I would normally put together, but I like the idea of if the client loves to go fishing and loves the trophies, I want to combine that with the different other elements they like. This is the home of Andrea and Mike Levin. One of the great things with working with you on this particular job was that your sense of style really gave me something to work from, and I think you and I worked really well together. You went with me to New York, we were in the cab together, we were in the hot weather together, we were in some of the bad restaurants together.
You gave me the freedom to say, Bill, I hate that. That is like horrible. And I was confident enough to say it, and yet I wouldn't have done anything that you felt design-wise was wrong. The success of this home is that when people open the door and walk in here, they say, this is you and Mike. The minute they open the door, and I think that's the success story.
I love collections. I love part of pop culture. I like travel and everything to incorporate into an interior. The collection of pottery that you see here also inspired the colors in this house, from the greens to the terracottas to these strange blues. This terracotta color became the kitchen color. This pea-green color became the living room and other colors. This is my collection of robot toys. They represent to me the future and the past. They also reflect my love for the general interiors in my home. A lot of the paintings are from the present and a lot of the furniture from the past. I enjoy these little mechanical toys. They remind me a little bit of a childhood fantasy, but at the same time they're quite menacing. Most rooms weren't designed to have a car in them. However, because this is a passion of mine, I decided to put a car in it. And the idea to get down low was to capture a little bit about what the spirit is like to be at a car show. This is true for a lot of rooms. It is all about scale and proportion. And it's also about where you place seating. This could have been a painting, this could have been a piece of sculpture. In this case, it happens to be a muscle car.